Good morning, people. It is just about 9, but it seems like it's still way early because it's dark outside. This is Lou, and it's the 13th of November. It's Wednesday. So this is going to be packing day, figuring out everything day. Got a busy couple of days. Nancy's definitely got a busy couple of days. She's so good. Wish I had all that energy and stuff. Really, 20 years does make a big difference. She's basically 20 years younger than me. One more month. So it's 19 years and 11 months that we are different. And that's quite a difference. You'll find, if you haven't already, that 10 years, which is a decade, 10 years makes a difference in your aging process. And you stay wonderful and beautiful and stuff for a very long time, and then all of a sudden you find that you're old. We be talking, even my brother in the last few years, we be talking, and I'll talk about somebody, and I'll say, how old is that person? And he says, it's an older person. And then he realizes that we're older than that person. So yeah, they say age is a number, and that is true. And that you're as young as you feel. Well, you don't always feel young, people. Inside you do, but your body lets you know that you're not young. Anyway, I don't like that. I don't think any of us want to get old. However, I do like the wisdom that comes with age. Unless you're so stupid you haven't learned anything. And that probably wasn't a very good statement. I'm just saying there's some people that are older that just seem, I don't know, that wasn't a very good thing to say at all. Stupidity. We all have it. It doesn't matter our age. Sometimes it's just because we haven't experienced it before, you know? Older people do usually know a lot because they've been through a lot. And not just they've been through a lot, but they know other people who have been through a lot. So, the collective. I watched, just out of curiosity, but I do watch tarot readings. And sometimes they're pretty good. But anyway, the point was, when you look at those, there's one that they call the collective, and I haven't looked at that. But, it must be for everybody, right? The collective. So I'll have to listen just to satisfy my curiosity. Anyway, I wanted to get on and say hey, okay, and actually enjoy a cup of coffee with you people. Now, if you don't drink coffee, I'm sorry. We can drink something together, tea. I just happen to be drinking coffee right now. There's not very much of it, but it's probably good because I don't need a lot of it. What, kitty? Come here. This kitty is back here on his hind legs with his hands up going, ah. You're good, okay? I'll pet you. You're a good kitty. Sometimes he gets a little excited, though, and he wants to play, and his claws are quite long, and he wants to bite you. Now, he has bit me where he was just grabbing on. He just grabbed me to let me know. But the other day, he bit me, not as hard as he could, okay, because I have been bit hard. What, baby? You want to get up here? Come on, you can jump up here. I'm not picking you up. I already know about that. He's a feral cat, meaning he was out defending himself and fighting for himself for a while. before he got help. Philip took him in, and I'm not sure how that came about, but anyway. So this little kitty cat has got part of his ear cut off, trimmed, so that people will know he's a feral cat. But he's a very loving cat. But he wants to play with you, play. So you have to be careful because he'll grab onto you. You might grab on and bite. The time that I was bit really hard, I shouldn't tell you. I shouldn't talk about that. But since I brought it up, I guess I will. It was a kitty, not older, maybe 3 months old or something like that. But it had been run over. And like an idiot, I wanted to console it and picked it up. Well, that hurt the heck out of that cat, okay? By moving his bones and stuff, he bit the crap out of me. So I know what a bite is. And it still wasn't a bite of fierce fighting, but it was a bite because I hurt the cat after it was hurt. Anyway, I just thought I was going to get on here and go ahead and read, but then I thought, I should just have a cup of coffee and chat. I like to chat. And I know I haven't had quite as many videos in a while. And then, although my reading is for everyone, not everyone will appreciate. But reading those scriptures and that word endeavor, it takes that endeavoring thing. And sometimes I just can't do it, so I understand. And I got so many things going on that I need to do right now. I'm trying to get insurance, one that I can afford. Insurance up here is crazy in the head. And then I realized, what, I got property in a different state. I should be able to get insurance in that state. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get some insurance on my car so I can feel good about driving, because it's a nice car. I don't want anything to happen to it. And if something does happen to it, I want it replaced. So I've got Farm Bureau checking on what it's going to cost me to get reinstated. Because I had insurance with Farm Bureau for years and years and years. Okay? In Texas. I'm pretty sure in Texas I did, and in Kansas I did, and in Colorado I do. Yeah. Still Farm Bureau. I didn't like the fact that you got to pay dues. Every year you got to pay dues, and if they haven't gone up, it's $40. But then my payments were so cheap compared to here. Oh my. I about was flabbergasted. One guy's telling me $169 a month, and I think that's after a deposit. I said, you're crazy in the freaking head. And you know what he told me? I mean, not about that. I might have said that before that, but anyway, the point is, he said that this area that I live in right now, at Nancy's house, is a wealthy type area, and they're including a big geographical area. But he said that they do not, here I've got an impeccable, is that the word, impeccable driving record. No accidents, no nothing, no tickets, no anything. And they said they're still going to charge me like for everybody else. Because there's so many people, so many accidents, so many this and that and the other, that everybody shares that. And I'm going, what the hell? What is why should I even have a good record if I can't have good insurance, you people? And I can remember being younger, way younger, and they kept saying, well, your insurance will go down. After you get to a certain age, your insurance will go down because you'll be more, you'll be older and more, I don't know what the word is, but basically not careless. You'll be learned. But it didn't do no good. I never saw it go down until last time I was living in Colorado. Yeah, last time I was living in Colorado. and I had insurance and all that stuff. It was reasonable. So I'm hoping that I can get reasonable. But the big thing that's going to hurt me is the fact that I let my insurance lapse. I have not had insurance for 2 years. So it's like you get beat up even though you're old and you don't drive very much or nothing. You've got to pay for everybody else's mistakes, and that is not right. And that was State Farm that said that, okay? No, I won't be going through State Farm. They're crazy in the head. He told me that you live in an area where there's a lot of Teslas. You rear end a Tesla, that's $50,000. He's crazy. He's exaggerating or something. But no, I'm not going to be living here long. As far as insurance goes, I would still live here. It's a very nice place. My sister has a nice place, a nice home. The nicest home that I stayed in for a little bit of time, I was visiting my friend Deborah. She doesn't like being called Deborah, though. Deb. Anyway, she was living in the most beautiful, beautiful home. My Lord. So, you know, that was of a, how do I say it? The kind of home where she paid for a decorator to come in and decorate her house. That would be a fun job. I mean, to do for your own self. If you knew where to go and where to pick things up, you could even take your decorator. Maybe that's what they do. They go together. But I will say, if I had those options, to go around and collect some of the most beautiful things that I love, and put in my house. But that's a dream. But for now, I live in a very nice place. I do. I love it here. It doesn't matter. I mean, you know, people have a hard time sometimes getting along. And sometimes people misunderstand what you say and what you do. Sometimes they just think you're stupid. Anyway. What is that saying? There's a saying coming in my head. Da 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 da. Yours is but to do or die. I don't like that expression. I don't know what the first part of that was. Anyway. Yes, that song is back in my head. When I Found You. I love that song. It is really sweet. I love the words, but I love the melody. I love how he sings it. And how it fits me. I will never fall in love again until I find her. I said I will never fall in love again until it's you I fall into. I was lost in the darkness, but then I found her. I found you. Anyway, I love that song. It's Stephen Sanchez, and it's When I Found You. And it's so apropos. You need to be ready. You never know when your fella or your girl is coming around the corner. Are you going to be ready? Are you ready for that explosion? That happiness? Ready to just pick up and go? I'm not yet, but I'm trying. And I am. I will leave everything, even though now I don't have, I have some things. But you know, I'm just saying, there are things that other people would have to give up more. But I'm ready. I'm ready to walk out the door to that lovely life with my forever companion, but one that I'm deliriously in love with, okay? It makes it all worthwhile. I watched a really cute show last night. It's a Christmas show, and I don't know what the name of it was. I watched it downstairs, so I'm not sure that it would show up on this TV. Let me see if I can recall some of it. Oh, okay, I don't know her name, but I have seen her in shows before, so she's known. And I didn't get to hear everything right at the beginning of the show, but it was like she was in an airport, and she was talking with this guy, and he was waiting for a flight, she was waiting for a flight and stuff, and then he went to leave because he had to go board his plane. They were involved in a conversation, you know. But anyway, he turned around and had another little bit of a conversation with her, and they made a date to meet a year later, okay? So she takes these certain things for a sign. She's got to go where they were. She wasn't planning on it. But anyway, so she went through all this stuff. Money, all kinds of things, in order to get tickets for a show that he was going to be at. Oh, what was the name of those people? I love those people. I can't say their name right now, but the show's about their music and stuff. Their music's all through it, and then they put on a show at the end of the movie. And it's all about this woman trying to get tickets to their show and all that she goes through to try and meet up with that guy, okay? And in the meantime, she's got this guy helping her, trying to find a ticket, and they go through all these different things. And of course, she ends up falling in love with him. And he's definitely in love with her. But they're both working to get her to this place where this guy is, where her true love is, okay? And then she finds that her true love has been with her all the time. It's really cute. But I don't know the name of it. And the name of the group, I don't have the name, but you'll know it, okay? They're a cappella. And they sang, "Mary, did you know your baby boy?" I'm going to have to listen to that song, but right there it's already telling me I can't sing it. It's so beautiful. Mary, did you know? You'll have to look that up and sing it a few times. So, so beautiful. Something about walking on water. And he's gonna be the one who gives us all eternal life, people. Learn who Jesus Christ is if you do not know, my friend. My friend Deb. She's got all these saints. And then she's got a picture of Jesus in that little sanctuary thing. In other words, she's got a meditation shack. I think it's still there. And because people burned down her pyramid. People came in and burnt her pyramid. So much money was spent on that, and so many hours of labor. And a lot of people volunteered to do that labor. Anyway, she has a meditation shack. It's just a little, it reminds me of my house, except for my house is a little bit bigger. Not a lot. I'm not sure what size that little shack is, maybe 8 by 8 or 10 by 10, but it's no more than that. It's got a porch, but she looks, because she locks it up. When I was there, I took a video of it. I don't know that I still have it. Surely I didn't get rid of that. I put it on here, though. I think. You're gonna have to look that up. Um, and I don't know the name of it. You know, like titling the videos, I don't know but it is a tour of how her place was before that pyramid was burnt. I went through and walked by myself. I went through everything and just took video of what she had going on. But when you look into that meditation building, she's got her saints. I know there's a Saint Germain, and she might have a few other ones. And she's got a picture of Jesus. And I think she knows he's special, but she doesn't know. He is the King of Kings, the King of everything, the angels. He is God. He is not. He's not just a prophet. Not just one of those guys going around teaching and performing miracles, because he did perform miracles. And he taught a lot. But he did teach in parables. And there's a lot of reasons for that, just like I tell stories. When I try to tell somebody something and I want them to understand what I'm telling them, then I usually have a roundabout story. and it's hard for people to listen long enough to get the meaning of what I'm saying. Like sometimes you gotta say, long story short, well, I don't know how to make one short. But anyway, Jesus Christ, he is the man. There's no one above him except for Father. And he's just like the Father, and he came and told us what the Father wanted us to know. Okay? A lot of things will get confusing. Just have faith. Have faith in Jesus Christ. And have faith in yourself. And use your conscience. Everybody has a conscience. Everybody knows right from wrong. When you're doing something and it doesn't feel right, stop it. And really, if you're in tune, you will know. You know, I talked to a friend, I think it was yesterday, Beverly Hammonds. She was a very dear friend of my mom and dad's. It was Bud and Beverly, Lewis and Mary, when we lived in Perryton, Texas. Okay, Bud was the branch president, so it stands to reason Dad would be close with him. And see, all that time I was in Texas, I didn't go to church. I was too busy doing my thing and didn't have any desire to go to church. Mom and Dad still tried, you know, but it didn't really matter. The point is, I do believe, and I did believe, but I didn't believe in actually going to church, and I was doing things I knew they didn't want me to do, like smoking pot, like drinking. It's the word of wisdom. Those things in the word of wisdom are really kind of important. You should not drink. You really shouldn't, because it can get you in a lot of trouble. And I can attest to that. Smoking pot. I love weed. But I do understand why you shouldn't have it. Okay, I gotta go. I'll be back. It's my insurance people.